let me hold your violin. You're warmed up with your bow exercises, okay? Ready? You want to say it or do you want me to say it? Okay. Up like a rocket, down like the rain, back and forth like a choo-choo train, around and around the great big sun, back to earth. Tap your bulky, tap your thumb. Pinocchio. Good job. So I also homeschool my children, which I never thought I would do, and made that decision after practicing violin with them every day and realizing, oh, I can do this. You know, we can get through hard things and learn together. And their ability to focus and concentrate and work continuously towards a goal, even if they might not know what that goal is at the time. They don't always know what song they're working towards. They just get little snippets and they have to trust and work really hard and master that before they get to go to the next part. And that's transferred really well over into school. You know, they don't always have the long-term goal of what they're going to learn in a year in school, but they have to trust their teacher and master different things that we ask them to do before they're allowed to move forward. Wow, that was great, Emerson. What did you think? I think it's incredible that at 6 and 3 years old, they already know that if they break something down that's hard, break it down into pieces, and continue to work towards their goal, that they can succeed in anything that they want in life. And I think that's just the best gift we can give them, is learning that they can be anything that they want to be. It just takes hard work and determination.
I grew up playing a little bit of piano, but it was very different. It was very much you sit down and you slog away at the music and, you know, you get reprimanded when you don't do it right. And that was not a positive experience for me growing up.
It was just another thing. I think like most modern families, especially ones with multiple children and careers and all sorts of things, there was just so much going on that when I first signed up, I went, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do this. Like, this is a daunting idea to have this added to our plate.
He had done violin lessons at another place that was more like you drop the kid off and this lesson would come out. And like in the year that he did that, he really did not learn very much. So it was amazing the difference of bringing him here and actually being involved in all the practice. Then it was like, wow, like he really plays the violin now. It's pretty amazing.
After his first year, like night and day difference. It was like it's where you would imagine he would be 3 years after beginning.
Because I started when I was 4, and we did Suzuki from when I was 4. And so my mom and I would learn together, and then my sister would also do it. So it was kind of a family thing. And then finding Suzuki here was really nice because that also connected everything. Because there was a little bit of a break where we didn't have Suzuki teachers, and so then coming back into the Suzuki place with like my mom and my sister and people, it was nice.
I would say Suzuki String Academy has affected our home life in that it's a routine. We tend to have a really choppy routine. My husband's in the middle of the ocean for 75 days and he's home for 75 days. So things kind of get flip-flop, but there's always violin. There's always a practice. And even if we've had a 13-hour day with all of our other activities, it's like, oh, I'm just going to play the violin. Even if it's rushed and last minute and tired, it's still a grounding. We've played the violin.
Better. That was much smoother. Yeah.
You know, we've really developed this
community, this family within Suzuki String Academy. I think it's wonderful. The kids have such a great group of friends and support, and it's really become this support group, not only just violin practice, but with everything we do. The kids know they have, if they work hard, that they have this continual support that they can do whatever they want to do. And practicing just between my kids and I, we've developed this really special bond that we go through some really tough struggles at times, learning new songs and new challenges, and they get frustrated, but there's always this light at the end of the tunnel that if they work hard and they keep going, that they'll figure it out and that we'll figure it out together.
Really getting so much more than a lesson, because for one, they get two lessons. They get a parent and a child lesson, but then it's the whole other side of it, their family connection. They do that for fun, play together for the fun of it, and it's just a really beautiful connection for them.
That's made the hugest impact in my teaching, and to the point that I would never go back to not having the parents involved, because that just completes the whole learning cycle. They know their child really well, so they're gonna know how to work with you as a teacher to support their growth and the learning and the development, and they know what you're working on.
It's done a really good job at making it of in the way that they just assign the assignments or the practicing and everything, and when I go home, it makes it so that I can also share it with my little siblings who are also they aren't actually in the Suzuki Academy yet, but they're growing, and then I'll be with my little sister who's 5, I think now, and she'll sing the song that I remember learning, and then I'll play it, and then being able to integrate it, and then they can come in and join. And I have an older sister who does cello, and how they just have so many different little parts for everything, so they're really big on playing with everyone, not just the solo. They have always these little parts, little harmonies that they'll teach you, or little songs that they can dance to, or the hand movements that you can do. So it definitely has, it's just been great to have at home.
It has affected our home life, but not in a bad way. Say, sometimes we put aside times practicing, and then sometimes they're weird times,
Super spontaneous.
one time, we practiced at 2 a.m. Yeah, everybody else in our family was awake, and we were just we're just gonna practice. So we did that, and I really do feel like it has strengthened my relationship with Mom, because we have something in common that we get to do together on a daily basis.
We say we teach music, but what we really do is create family connection.
He was a little intimidated by learning to read music, and after kind of pushing himself through that, and in the way that they teach it, it makes it, they teach it in such a way to where it's not as intimidating as you would think that it would be.
I was not as good. This is much more effective.
Why? What's different?
Well, they actually give me a shoulder rest. They tell me to listen to the music, which actually has helped a lot. It's let me know what it sounds like before I actually start playing it.
He picked it up really fast, actually. I'm really impressed at how fast. I took music theory at college, and I didn't take it up nearly as fast as him. He did really well. And he can sight read, and he's only been reading since last summer, so 6 months. No, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suzuki has provided a really amazing format. I mean, I was tried to learn how to play piano as a small child. I did the typical school band thing, but I would say that this method and the way that they teach it and their hands-on experience with it, and then the time that we're able to spend together at home, we've actually probably both progressed a lot faster than we expected to.
Actually, it has blossomed. We have loved the whole Suzuki process. So Daphne, my daughter, first got interested in it when she saw other kids playing. And then as we started to learn how you can make the practices fun and the games you can play, I started getting excited about it. And then my husband was watching she and I go through it, and then he wanted to get involved, so he started taking cello. So sometimes we play all together, and I can't say that it sounds necessarily great, but it is really fun. And so we're really on the journey and to find how we can embrace music together, and it's been a really enjoyable process. So that part's been a surprise.
It's fun to be able to not just cringe and hope nobody else in the house can hear you, and now have my husband open the door and peek in and go, wow, you guys actually are sounding pretty good. It's like, yay! We're not offending anybody's eardrums anymore.
The most surprising part of the outcome of being a part of this is the true lesson of learning by ear. When she taught us the philosophy that, we learn from hearing language as a young child and then emanating and repeating and emanating, it made sense. But now that I've seen it work, like I said, my kid can hear a piece and go take it to the piano. We've never taught her the piano. Like, we got a free player piano. It's not even finely tuned. It's in the house. And all of a sudden, she's just got Minuet 1 figured out. I'm still blown away. She did that for a year.
It has been so much fun. It's a lot of work. It's a daily commitment. But the reward and the bond that we're building with our kids and their confidence and ability to to learn things has just been incredible. I never would have imagined we'd be doing what we're doing at this young age, but they continue to surprise me every single day, and it's been such a journey. Highly recommend it.
A lot of parents have said, you know, their kids have so much more confidence. Like they, well, at our recital, like Emerson is 3. She walked up on the stage and played.
Yeah.
And one of the newer moms said, has she always had that good of stage presence? I said, actually, no. Like the last recital, then she would not get on the stage. Was it last or was that Christmas? I don't know.
I like that you get to play with other people and it's not just private lessons. Private lessons are nice, but it's also fun to play with other people like in the orchestra.
Yeah, and I think the big thing for him is playing in the chamber really helped him start to accelerate his learning on reading music and reading different types of music. So that's something I really appreciated. It is not just the private lessons, but being able to be in the chamber groups, to take advantage of all the extra performance opportunities, to be in the string festival this summer, and just be taught by a different instructor, a conductor, a guest conductor. We wouldn't really have those opportunities if we were just taking private violin lessons from someone.
I like the end when everybody's clapping, then we think, oh, I did such a good job, but when you actually maybe didn't really do a good job. My favorite part is that I can play with like an orchestra arrangement kind of, other than just violins. It's kind of harder that way for me.
Is it scary to play in front of people?
Yes. Not really.
But they do such an amazing job. I love that they have the opportunity to get up and play and practice. You know, they practice, but it's so important to have that moment where they get it, be in front of people and share how they progress. So it's fun to see that.
I don't like doing solos. I like playing with the orchestra more during performances.
They learn, they see it, and then they imitate. And it's really cool. And then they get used to helping others. They get the opportunity to mentor the younger kids. And that's really, it makes them feel confident in themselves as a human. And then I feel like it makes them more open to learning from people over them.
Now I can hear a song and I'll be able to pick it up and like learn the tune because of how much they've just been able to give me that opportunity. I feel like so many kids are just stuck at like, read the sheet music, you know, go by this metronome marking and everything, versus like they're just so creative, and I've allowed that just so then I can be creative when I'm at home. And it's probably going to be what I do when I'm out of high school too. So, and just them, like, it's given me such an outlet to just do whatever I want with it.
Before, when we'd say Suzuki, oh, what's that? What motorcycle?
Yeah. So it's been a lot of like educating the community, educating the parents, bring them into the bigger picture. But once they see it, it's like, yes, it makes sense. This is why we do the work. And we always have them come in and write down, why do you want your child to study music? Because you'll be coming back to that.
Because there's things that you're going to be like, why are we doing this?
I think the best part for me with Suzuki String Academy is just really taking the approach of developing the person, not just their musical ability, but learning from instructors who care enough about the person and their own development as in their character, and using music as the means to get there is really one of the things that I've appreciated the most about it. And it's great to be surrounded by a bunch of other musicians and families in the area and be able to contribute to the community through your music.
People come to us for music, but what we really do, what we really offer is human connection. That's really.
We like to say we're in the business of developing beautiful hearts, and we use music as the vehicle to do that.